What's going on YouTube? Keith Moore Jr. here, and I officially had my first boxing match on October the 8th, so I wanted to give you all an update on that. Sorry for the lack of content that I've been posting to YouTube. I've just been extremely busy, dialed in for this fight, but now I'm about to ramp up things as we close out the year, show you all my training, my nutrition, anything you all want to see. I will be showing you all again, and I'll be doing at least 3 uploads per week going forward. So let's talk a little bit about the fight. So yes, I did get the win. It was an exhibition match, so it was headgear because it's amateur boxing, and we did 3 2-minute rounds with 1-minute rest in between. As I mentioned, yes, I did get the decision victory, but for me this was a learning experience because boxing is by far the hardest thing that I have ever done, both mentally and physically. So first, I want to say a major salute to people that box for a living, because unless you are going through it yourself, you have no idea what it takes for these people to be great. So my weight for the fight, just give you all a little bit more background. At home, on my scale at home, I was like 145.4 the morning of the fight, and then at the actual weigh-in itself, I was 146. I think it was 0.6 or something like that. But I did have my shorts on. You all will see the picture on the screen here to see, how my physique looked. Now, leading up to the fight, I did have nerves. You are going to have nerves going into your fights more than likely. If not, you're just built different unless you've been doing it for a while. But once I got my mind right and said, it's no backing out now, the nerves kind of went down a little bit. But I feel like nerves are good because that means you care about the outcome. Now, whether I won or lost, I knew this would be a learning experience for me to be able to put my body through very, very difficult training, both mentally and physically, and to force myself to really push through those plateaus and those days where I feel like I could not train or go anymore. Yeah, I've been lifting for over 20 years, and I want people to know that although I've been lifting for over 2 decades, I do have plenty of days where I don't feel like training and I do have to push through. So a lot of times it's very mental. It's very mental. So that's why I wanted to choose boxing, to show you all that despite me being 33 years old, it's never too late. So yeah, a lot of people would ask me initially, like, why are you boxing at this age? Well, here's your answer. I picked up boxing, did the training. Not only did the training, but I had a fight after 9 months of training, which is not very long. And in that 9-month time frame, there were times where we had time off due to somebody being sick, me traveling. I was traveling a lot for weddings this year. But the moral of the story is, never let anybody deter you from what your goals are. If you set your mind and your goals to something, then go out and accomplish it, no matter how difficult it is, because the reward is worth it. Now, boxing, you can look it up. It's one of the, if not the hardest sport to do. So I wanted to really challenge myself to do something like that versus taking an easier route and doing an easier sport. Not to say that training for a different sport would be easy, but it would be easier than training for boxing, because it's more than just going in there and swinging. They call it the sweet science for a reason. So right now, my goals are going to be continue the boxing training, but I'm also going to be putting on some weight. As you all can see, I lost a considerable amount of size, which is okay. It comes with the territory. We can always get size back, but I'm going to be reverse dieting, bumping up my calories some, and then I'm going to be focused on building strength, so that way that can help me transition into my next fight. Now, as far as my next training block goes, I will be doing a video with a complete breakdown on that later this week, and I'll get that uploaded for you all, so you all can see how my training methods have changed since I've been boxing. It's very important that your training aligns with your goals. So the reason why I stopped really training hypertrophy is because it would slow me down in boxing, and I already had a considerable amount of muscle mass. So I feel like something is like crawling on me or blowing on me. That's why I keep like reaching for something. But like I was saying, you have to have your training has to be specific to whatever your goals are. So that's the reason why you all haven't seen me training hypertrophy. When I came into boxing, I was very stiff. I could barely move, and I had a significant amount of muscle mass on me. So I am going to work on building that back up some, but I need to have structured training to where it's done in blocks, which is what I'll be going over with you all later this week. All right, so first fight was a success. If you want to rewatch the fight, the company that was in charge of putting the event on, they do have the live stream available. I'll post their Instagram on the screen now, so if you all want to, you can go to that link in their bio, and my fight is the third fight of the evening on that link. All right, thank you all for the support. Don't forget, like the video, subscribe so you all can see the content I'm producing regarding my new training split that I'm going to be implementing to help me get ready for not only just boxing but life in general, to really push myself. It's going to be a great program that everybody can follow along with. All right, I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.